Hi everyone. Well, I finished the Autumn on the Farm journal, so I wanted to share it with you. I think it turned out gorgeous. I did share the cover with you already, but let's go over it just in case you didn't see that video. I put a shaker dome. That word was escaping me on the cover, and I put this scene behind it that's got a farm and birds flying and autumn trees, and inside it I put gold glitter so that it looks like it's autumn leaves falling. And then there's some trim here. It's embroidered trim, and I've got some velvet trim right here. At the bottom I've got some crocheted lace that came off of a tea towel that was vintage. Or it could have been a pillowcase. I'm not too sure at this point. It's been a while since I took it off of there. There's lace at the top here. It says journal, and then it says farmhouse right here, and then you see the cute little chicken. And then I've got some leaves that I purchased at Dollar Tree that I put around. And then that's the back. It's a raised fabric that's got little dots, and then there's lace on the edge here. And some lace here. I did copper eyelets, and then I've got sari silk to close it up. Okay, let me see if I can get it put back here. Okay, let's go ahead and open it up and go inside. I really enjoyed using these leaves, and it really made it so fun, and of course you can't mistake that it's fall. Okay, so here's the inside. So I need to move over so you can see. And so there's some, it says autumn with a butterfly, and then it's got some of those leaves there. Here's a crocheted piece that came off of a tea towel. And this piece right here opens up. And this is a seam binding that I actually hand dyed myself. Put a lot of leaves right here in the peach and the crimson and the green. And then of course it's got that fabric butterfly. Remember I told you that these, I found that at Dollar Tree, and it was like a plant, and then I just pulled them all off. So this, I put Velcro on it so it would stay shut good. So it opens up this way, and it says family right there. And these little leaves right here were on that netting that I showed you. Remember that and when I showed you the papers to begin with, I said I was going to try to use that. So I cut them out and actually used them there. It says hope, and then this is a picture of a bird. And then you open it up one more time. And you scoot over a little bit more so you can see, and it says farm fresh eggs, and then it's got some chickens with a chicken with her baby chicks, and then it's got a lady in her kitchen with some canned goods, and then there's 2 tags in here, and this looks like a canning jar. And then I cut out some more of those leaves and glued that there and put some lace on the jar, and then the back of it has got a patchwork on it. So there's 2 of those tags right there. And then in the center it says farmhouse. It's got some leaves there, a chicken, and then a bow out of sari silk and some lace. And then this flips up. So let me move it one more time so you can see. So this flips up, and this gives you places to write right here too. And it says hello fall, and there's some lace right there. And then let's go back in the center so you can see the bird in the bird nest. And then I put peach roses right there, and then here's some fussy cuts right here too. And then this is some crochet trim, and underneath here is some lace, and then some other crochet trim right there. So that is our front. Okay, let me get it all put back together, and I'll tie the bow when we get done so you don't have to wait for me to do that. And let's get, there we go. I think that's going to get it. Okay, so let's get inside. So of course this is my Autumn on the Farm digital, and I will have a link in the details so that if you want to use it, you can find it very easily. This is an altered paper clip, and it says farmhouse, and it's got a butterfly, and that's what it looks like on the back. Let me put it back on there real quick. There we go. Looks really good with that paper, doesn't it? Of course, you can write right there too. And it says, and then it was September. And that says yearly egg account. And the calendar is September. And then there's a basket of cherries. There's some lace here. These are a couple of tags. This is that pipe cleaner that I found at Dollar Tree that I thought would be pretty fun. A little cutout right there, fussy cut. And then on this side, I've got that rickrack that is vintage, and then some lace also. This was a colored picture, and I made it all sepia, and I think it's easier to look at now that it's all sepia. And I think that in the original these were for Easter, so these were different colors, and I wanted to get those colors off so I could use it in the autumn one. Okay, and then here's a great place for you to write, and there's some crochet trim. Look at the kitties. Oh my goodness. And here's some crochet trim with ribbon running through it. Here's a pocket, and it's got two tags. One is giant, and one is one of the canning jars that comes with the kit. And then this is a stack of pumpkins, and then this is one of those silk leaves, and it says cherish. And then you open that up and you can write, and it says blue skies. All right, and on this page we've got some lace trim, and then we've got a picture of a girl feeding a baby calf. This is a catalog. It's got seeds and a butterfly and some trim. Here's some more of that crochet trim with the ribbon, an autumn bird nest, and it says take a breath. And then here's a belly band that's got 2 journal cards in it, and it says autumn. Here's a farmhouse and a butterfly that I fussy cut out. 2 journal cards there, and see there's trim there. This says autumn. This is what I cut out right here that I put in the very front. So just be thinking about all the different ways that you can use your digitals. This is an embroidered piece that I glued on. It says courage. Here's an embroidery piece that's painted and embroidered, and it's got some sari silk bow. It's got gingham and crochet trim. And on this side, it's a girl working in the garden with some roses, and it says love. Here's some geese. And here's another one of those embroidered paintings. Here's some of that crochet trim that's vintage, and it says full of hope. Look at this. I just love this so much. Oh, now, of course, we know that that cannot be real. That's not going to happen, but it's so cute. And I put that out for it'll be part of a pocket right there. And then it's got 1, 2, 3 tags in it. And of course, that's got some more of that vintage trim. And here's that vintage rickrack that's yellow with gold. And this says honey, and that's some embroidered trim. This is some crochet trim, and it says farm fresh eggs. And this says life is good. There's that rickrack that's vintage, some trim, sari silk that's gathered up right there. And then here's a little baby chick, and it says time to enjoy a cozy cup, autumn cup. And so I put a cup here, and I left the back open so that I could put a tag in it. And then here's the ball trim right there that makes it so fun and playful. Here's a pocket that's got one of the jars from the kits. And then 2 tags, and it says autumn. Here's a family that's in the garden looking at their harvest. Here's a little bird. I really like the addition of these vintage pictures. And there's a poem that says leaves at play. This is fussy cut out and added on. There's trim on each end. Here's a pocket that's an envelope, and then it's got trim on all the edges. It's got 3 tags in it. And then here's that little stack of animals. And I printed that on cardstock so I could use it so it could be stiff enough to be the front of that pocket. And then here's a butterfly with a silk leaf under it. And then on this side we've got some different trim that's crocheted from a tablecloth or something that I took it off of, so it's all vintage. Keep calm and put the kettle on. And this says, wish that every day was Saturday and that every month was October. And then on this side it says, bless the food before us, the family beside us, and the love between us. Here's that rickrack that's vintage with some lace here, and then a fussy cut. Here's a little girl, a girl that's in the chicken yard. And then on this side it's plain, but I put the rickrack right there. I used all that rickrack in this book. And then here's a pocket with some leaves, and it says create, and it's got 2 journal cards in it. This actually was the coin envelope, and I just cut it out so I could have another tag. Then here's a little girl feeding a couple of pigs with baby bottles. Isn't that sweet? And then because it was such a sweet picture, I found the word sweet and put that right there. And then this is just some vegetables. And that says fall favorites, and this is crochet trim. Here's that journal card that we made together, the tag, that's the peekaboo. So it's got the chicken peeking through, and it says chicken soup, and it's got a can, a canning jar, so it looks like a can of soup. And this is sari silk. If you didn't see that, there is a video that shows how I made that. And this is the center of the book. So pretty. I just love it. That says November. And then here's a picture of a truck, and I put some of that Chanel stem there. It's a little bird, and that says Home Sweet Home. And this is the yearly egg account, and that's gingham ribbon and some cutouts and some crochet right there. And then here's a picture of a farm with some flowers in the front with some lace right here. Pictures of some birds up there on a limb and gingham trim. Then you open it up, and it's looking through rose-colored glasses. It's a French saying, but that's what that is. Just more places for you to write, and just adds a little excitement. And then here's a pocket that's got 2 journal cards. It's got lots of animals in here from the farm. Here's another one of those fabric butterflies from Dollar Tree. And then the Chanel stem. I just think it turned out so heartwarming, and makes you think about fall, makes you think about family. Here's some lace trim on that, and the clothes hanging out to dry. I can remember hanging clothes out on the line to dry. I think I was very happy when we got a dryer and we no longer had to do that. We still had to fold the clothes, but we didn't have to go out there and hang them all up. And this is that rub-on that I purchased. And then some more of that crochet trim off an old tea towel. It says autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. And this is some more of the silk leaves from Dollar Tree. It's got a couple of tags in here. That's the one that comes with the kit. It looks like a canning jar. And then this one is chickens. And there's some rabbits with some lace on the edge. Here's a rooster. And I've got this really funny trim right here. I thought it was really good to go with the rooster because his tail was real fringy. And then this is real fringy too. And then there's a girl with cows following her because she's got milk in her buckets. It says Farm Fresh. Here's another one of those tags. That's the jar that comes with the kit. And then 2 journal cards in there, and it says Inspire. And then here's a bird on a wreath, and it says Little Moments, and you can lift that up and write on the back of it, right underneath it. Here's a cluster with a couple of leaves, and that's crochet trim. And a pocket with a couple of more tags. Another one of those canning jars for you to write in. Big chicken there. It says, "You are what comes to you." And you open it up, and it says "Friends in the Meadow," and then the word cream. And then here's some more of that vintage trim. And then here's a pocket, and it's got a picture of some pigs. And this says Bliss. Here's a pocket up here, and this is where I got that the stack of the animals for that other pocket. This is from that page, and I printed this on cardstock so it could be a tag. And this one flips down, and it's got a bird and some leaves and a place for you to write. Okay, and here's another girl in the chicken yard. This is the collage page that comes with the kit. Here's a cluster with 2 leaves and a big butterfly, gingham, lace, and look at that squirrel with that bird. Isn't that so cute? And it says wild. Some of that trim with the old tea towel and the vintage rickrack. Here's a bucket that's got some old clothespins on it. And there's a little girl on a fence petting a cow, and it's got trim right there. And trim right here, and that says journal. Here's a big giant butterfly that's fussy cut and glued on. A chicken for a tag, and 2 more tags in there. There's that page that I was getting that stack out of. And then here's a fussy cut butterfly on there. So I went with blues and creams and oranges and peaches for this book, and some green. And then there's that embroidered trim that I cut it all into pieces and put it there. Here's a little boy sitting on top of a fence post. He looks pretty happy. And there's a little bird looking at him on some embroidered trim. Some more of that vintage trim off of a tea towel. This is the Chanel stem from Dollar Tree. And here's the coin envelope that comes with the kit. I used a clothespin to hold it in place. So when you make it up, this is what it looks like. And then you can put things inside here. And then on this page it says break the routine. Put that over, not on the words. So on this side of the page it's got a cow, and then it's got some flowers, September tag, and another large tag right there. There's an embroidered piece with crochet trim at the bottom. And this has Living the Dream, and that's some of that gingham ribbon. This is crochet trim with ribbon running through it. And you open that up and it says relax. It's got trim all around the edges, and she's just feeding the chickens. That's a fussy cut butterfly. This says handmade. And then there's some, that comes with the kit. It's a belly band. Here's a picture of an old truck. And a picture of a beautiful camellias. And this is a paper clip that's been altered. And it says count your blessings. There's that picture of that pig family again. And this is the last page, and it's got a embroidered trim and 2 of the silk leaves, and then some crocheted trim here and the seam binding, and inside is empty, so I won't untie that one. So that is the Autumn on the Farm journal. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time. Bye-bye.